1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Must be. Yeah. Alright. Well, since I've been deployed, I've heard about these dangerous little insects that are called camel spiders. From all the tall tales to their size, speed, aggression towards humans. Good morning. My name is Justin Gwilliams, and since I'm going to be living in such close proximity to these little bugs, I figured I should learn as much about them as I could, and then I'll share on what I've learned regarding their tall tales, physical attributes, and their aggression towards us. So we'll start with the tall tales, because everyone likes telling stories. Camel spiders can run up to 30 miles per hour. They're able to jump 3 feet high in the air. They chew on people while you sleep, and their venom numbs the area so you don't even know they're eating. They also have stories about them leaping onto the stomachs of camels and disemboweling them. They started their popularity with the first Gulf War with these outrageous pictures from soldiers sending back with these disproportionate spiders in front of the camera, making them look the size of humans. So, now we got some of those out of the way, we'll talk about some of the facts. The book written by David Penny titled Common Spiders and Other Arachnids of the Gambia talks about the pedipalps, which are the front 2 limb-looking features on this camel spider. If you were to look at this spider, it has 8 legs on the side, and then these 2 that are slightly longer that are kind of always up and dangled like this. They're up like that because they use them for sensory purposes and for hunting and communicating with others of their species. They walk while they're walking, they go up and down, and it's how they kind of identify stuff. With these appendages, they give the appearance that they're spiders. In the National Geographic's magazine, published on 10 June 2011, it references the size of the camel spiders' jaws, which are roughly about a third of their entire body. Now, with the tall tales, they mentioned that they have pictures of them showing that they're this big compared to soldiers that are over here. The largest species only grow about 5 to 6 inches, so no more bigger than my hand. But that being said, a third of their body, that's a big jaw. They have such large jaws because they're non-venomous insects. They do not possess a venom that can numb or delay poison. The way they hunt is those giant fangs. They use them to crush their prey, which their prey is small birds, rodents, other insects that are carnivores, and lizards. Now, while they're chewing up these food, because they have no other ways to help kill the prey, the way they help digest the food is they regurgitate their stomach bile. It helps digest its prey so it can suck up its food just like a straw. It's kind of gross, but it's got to be able to fit that into its little body somehow. Then I found a Live Science article written by Jesse Slay from 16 December 2014 that they can only run at max of 10 miles per hour. That's full sprint. It's not like we can put them on a treadmill, but they definitely cannot go almost 40 miles an hour. Which they're characterized. They are not aggressive towards humans. As we'll find out later, they're chasing our shadow. They're after the shade. So, the classification of these camel spiders, which may come as a surprise according to the Live Science article I previously mentioned, is that they're in the class Arcadnia, under the order of Sulphugae, which is Latin for those who flee from the sun. That's why they're characterized as chasing you. They're actually trying to get into your shadow. They're a desert insect. They don't like the sun, so they're mostly nocturnal. And another name that these little guys have are wind scorpions. They have many different names. It's because the classification of them is so skewed. They fall in between family of spiders and family of scorpions. They're kind of their own, that's like right in the middle. Now, in conclusion, I've talked about the tall tales associated with these little predators, and that they can run up to 30 miles per hour, jumping 3 feet high, chewing on humans in our sleep, with a numbing poison to disembowel camels. I talked about the anatomy and how the pedipalps, which are the front, make it look like it has 10 legs, are used for sensory purposes, hunting, and communication. Now, its jaws are 1/3 its body length, with no poison, which it uses to hunt small insects, birds, lizards, rodents, and at the most it would be a painful bite to humans. It wouldn't be fatal by any means. Now, all in all, it's an impressive predator with a top speed of 10 miles per hour. And if it keeps all the poisonous insects away, all the other scorpions or bugs that could be creeping around me, I sure don't mind if they're around to help keep me safe. That is all I have for you on camel spiders. Anybody have any questions?
Nope.
Nope.